Yeah, let's finish it out with prospect of the week, and Drew, I'll let you get in here first.
Yeah, so I was gonna mention him. I was about to mention him, and I had to kind of cut myself off on like outfielders that I thought showed well at the upper class. And I'm gonna choose a guy that was there, but Jalen Ware, Simeon, 2026. He's an outfield. He took it at both spots at the All State event. I personally was like very impressed with how it looked in the outfield. From the way that the footwork moves, like how he glides to the baseball, it was very reminiscent of Cole Latimer, like the long, easy, fluid strides where he's gaining a ton of ground. He was attacking the baseball, and that's what I thought Patrick Connors did such an outstanding job of. Was like super active, quick feet, and attack. Like he was on a mission, attacking baseballs. But I thought Jalen Ware did it, but like with a gliding, smooth fluidity to him. And I thought the arm played good from the outfield, and then he had good hit notes as well. And you look at the frame, like he's already pretty physical, and I think there's more to come. Like he's going to be a really, really good looking frame in that uniform in a couple years, and he already is. So that's just a guy to keep an eye on. I think it's a very upside prospect. When I saw Jalen in game, I saw him in tournaments this past summer, and he's all over the fastball. To me, if he can continue to recognize spin and see spin better as a hitter, like you want just full on development, man, it's going to make him a very interesting prospect because he can handle the fastball. And as he gets better handling the spin, I think he's a guy that I'm expecting big things of down the road.
Part too, like you mentioned, like really good frame, really looks the part in the uniform. But I'm gonna go with a standout from Joliet, actually. One of the few hitters that I was able to see, Adrian Teneo Santa Maria from Palatine. He's an uncommitted senior, so 2025. Again, talking about the kids kind of tipping you off. I had already liked his round of BP. It was a left-handed hitter. I thought it had good direction with strong hands. There's some present bat speed in there. He was on plane, and he was able to lift to the big part of the field too, kind of up the middle to the gaps. But there was a couple kids behind me, like talking about how they'd seen him play, and he all he does is mash, all he does is hit. So that was great to see. It's not just a BP swing, could actually play in game. But yeah, Adrian Teneo Santa Maria from Palatine, uncommitted senior.
And then my guy was actually another standout from the All-State upper class. So I saved him for this, but Tyler Townsend was a future gamer for us last summer. For me, was maybe the biggest winner from the event, just from what I saw, considering what we saw last summer at the future games. He didn't have his best stuff down in Georgia, but in this look, man, it was really impressive. All three pitches for strikes. He's a strong-looking kid at 6'1", 200, but the fastball was 91 to 93. Again, strikes. The slider was tight with over 2,400 RPMs, and he was able to throw his changeup for strikes too, 81 to 84. So it's a firmer changeup, but man, when he came out and it was 91, I was like, whoa, like, all right, like we probably made the right decision bringing him down to future games. Just seeing how much better he's gotten, right? So kudos to Tyler, man. It was a really, really good pen.
Yeah, and then to round this out, my prospect of the week was another upper class prospect that was at the event this past weekend, and that is right-handed pitcher Alec Novotny out of Audible Marquette, and he is uncommitted, obviously, 2026, but he's just an athlete, and he just got done with basketball season there for Marquette, and he continues to trend up, and on the mound, it was just a lot of polish in this pen. It was his fastball was 88 to 89 for strikes, and I think after the state games, some of our guys that are really into like the data and the metrics, the TrackMan data and stuff, had kind of mentioned that Novotny's like curveball and slider were like some of the best metrically in the country, and you just look at like you watch it during his pen, it's just they're both just very sharp. He has feel to land them in the lower half of the zone, and his curveball averaged 25.53 RPM. His slider averaged 26.12 RPM, and then he threw a changeup that has fade, and he has control with that as well. So a really interesting uncommitted arm there that's an athlete that has continued to trend up with the velo and just the off speed as well. So Alec Novotny, 2026 out of Ottawa Marquette.